Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin asking my latest review on Digimon Fusion and Appli monsters, or Digimon Universe. This is definitely one of the best episodes of the series because we get to see them confront Mienumon, out in the deep web, getting closer to their ultimate goal. This had so many good moments. Anyway, let's get started. It starts off, they're still chasing Mienumon through the digital sea. Mienumon, I'm trying to lose them. They got now she's trying to messing with them, saying that if you back if you ask nicely, they're trying to they want the athlete chip back. They want Wondermon chip back, so they can open the gate, so they can meet Dantemon, so he can take them to the digital into the deep web and fight Leviathan. It's not gonna be that easy, Even when they keep trying to plead and beg, Mienumon, messes with them and stuff. He's like, no. No, even if you ask nicely, that's not gonna happen, She's an evil Applimon. I mean, she's done a lot of evil stuff, she tried attacking you, went after you guys. She tried to destroy you, like, on several different occasions, There's no negotiating with with Mienumon. She is really a witch, And I use that term very loosely, witch, for obvious reasons, in case you guys didn't see the episode or whatever. She tries to do her best, to try to lose them. She tried to ask Firemon to try to distract them, At first, that doesn't work, because they use Navimon to try to track her, Navimon, a navigation Navimon can track anything. And she tries taking them to the shooting range game, when they meet Shootmon, which is, he kind of reminds me of Deputymon with his whole body, with the whole guns thing, his whole head is a gun, he's basically just this giant green gun, his hands are made of guns, even his head, and torso are made of a shotgun, and she tries to lose them, they get distracted for a while, Haru stays behind to try to handle this, he uses Puzzlemon, while the rest go after them, this is what you call it very. Because they have to like defeat her very soon. Because before she gets way into the deep web, which is unknown territory for them, Eventually they manage, to track her down. So eventually, they have one final confrontation. And Mienumon, now it's time to take them seriously, because she knows that these kids are gonna keep, coming after her. And, she knows that they're always gonna stop the violence. So finally, Mienumon puts all the stuff, We even get to see her eye, her left eye. We get to see what's underneath her left eye. This is really demonic, mark crossed look, a really demonic eye, very demonic looking, She decides to take things seriously, steps it up, and tries and goes ultimate, And she does ultimate fusion. Like, she even has her own Appli drive too. We've seen that in the past, but not. She has her own Appli box. She puts in an Applimon chip, and then she just goes ultimate Appli fusion, and right in front of them, which is a big deal, And when she changes, she becomes Wondermon, Wondermon. She looks like this very demonic looking witch, and I use that loosely, demonic looking, the way she is, her eyes change. Everything about her literally changes, Becomes this giant, She looks like a witch, because the way she's dressed, Especially when it comes to, she has the hat like a witch, and she has these demonic. She has to look like these spiny bone looking things at the end of the skirts, And that's just me, trying to do my best to describe the situation. She does look like a witch. She has these demonic hand-looking things that have mouths at the end of them. And they manage to fend off the attack, However, that's not her true purpose, because Wondermon has the ability to, when those hands touch you, she has the ability to use these manipulative strings and stuff like that, and forces Applimon under her control. Dokamon and Musamon already got infected, kind of like how the L virus, but not really, These guys they're still conscious, She forces them to fight, which is a really big deal when you think about it, And Oh, they want to. This is a big situation because they weren't prepared for this. They didn't know that she could. She didn't know that Mienumon could go Ultimate Fusion right off the bat. She didn't know she could do that. No, and they didn't know that she'd become Warudamon to become this big problem. But this is not an ordinary enemy that they're dealing with. This enemy they're dealing with manipulated people. Did a lot of bad stuff. And they're ready to crush them at any given point. And she's one of the major bosses. And one of the right hands of Leviathan. Which is a big deal when you think about it. You know. When you think about it, it's a big deal. Haru is struggling. Because they want to go ultimate Appli fusion right away. Hey, but they can't. But he can't. Fight his friends. Because they're being controlled. Oh, if they did it sooner, then they probably would have beaten her. But if they had, then they would have had a more powerful opponent. Plus, there's the time limit. And just when things start seeing we get to see Ray and Hackmon. They show up. Mienumon, think that this is just a small inconvenience. Like, even with their help, it's not going to be enough, but that's wrong because, Ray and Hackmon, they perform Ultimate Appli Fusion and bring out Revivemon. Mienumon is shocked. She didn't know that they could achieve, Ultimate Appli Fusion too, because she never kept her. Remember, she's been distracted, so she didn't know that Ray was doing this in secret, because Ray's a super hacker, and Hackmon, and they use their ability as Revivemon to release the other Applimon from her control, and together, they face Warudamon, and they're right at the digital gate, Mienumon's trying to run away, she's backed into a corner. She's dealing with 4 opponents at once. She turns even more demonic, she literally becomes this monster. And Mienumon was this manipulative, girl. She may look cute and try to act cute or whatever, but she's really a monster on the inside, And this just shows more of her true form on the inside, Literally seeing the ugliness that's inside, All 4 managed to band together. Globemon, Gachimon's ultimate form, Ojimon, on Dokumon's ultimate form, Entamon, which is Mizumon's ultimate form, and Revivemon, which is Hackmon's form. Eventually, they all band together. They defeat Mienumon, and they get the Warudamon chiplet. Now they have all 7 codes, and they're right in front of the digital gate. That means that they're about to meet Dantemon. But what test does Dantemon have for them? Dantemon probably has this big, huge test for them, which is probably going to be a little difficult because being they're all Appli drivers, yes, but are they the right ones? Are they chosen? Remember, these kids were chosen because of Minerva, and we haven't seen Minerva since, and she's hiding because of Leviathan, and this is a big test, so this is a big deal. So this is probably going to be their final test before they face Leviathan. But the truth is, can they handle it? Which is something which is a big deal. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the subscribe. Thank you. This was a good episode. Excuse me. This was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. And sorry for the burp. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the subscribe. Thank you. This let's get my latest review on Digimon Fusion Appli. I'm out. Peace. See you guys next time. Bye.